The next couple of artists I'm going to teach you about may have been the first trolls of the art community. Let's talk about the three most influential artists I think that there were from the Dadaism period. I have to start with Duchamp. Marcel Duchamp, born in France, most known sculpture, The Fountain. If you've never seen The Fountain, I will put it here. It's just a urinal. Duchamp was on a board that was called the Society of Independent Artists. And the whole idea of this board is that if you were part of it, that you could submit things to be viewed and not really be questioned on it. He submitted The Fountain under the name of R. Mutt, so they couldn't trace it back to him. They rejected it. They refused to show it. Their values were turned against when threatened with something that they didn't see as art. How could a urinal be art? How can we display this to the public and them take us seriously? And in an act of protest, Duchamp resigned from the board. But what was actually important about this, if you're an artist and you say something's art, who is a museum to question you? If Duchamp broke the rules by signing a fake name, then Hannah broke the rules by not allowing herself to disappear. That a lot of her art focused on feminism. Like a lot of art movements at the time, this was extremely white and extremely male. She was the only woman that was in the Berlin Dada circle. Her most famous piece is called Cut with the Kitchen Knife, and it's really talking about women is an object within the domestic space. She's questioning German politics and culture. This really mattered because this is an example of art as protest, questioning not just is this art, but is art supposed to say something bigger than itself? Is beauty equal to meaning? She had to fight to get credit for the movement that she essentially created. If Duchamp was the first artistic troll, then Hugo Ball might be the first punk performance artist. This man put on a cardboard cone costume and walked around on stage making random noises and sounds that nobody understood and called it art. Now, Hugo Ball was instrumental in Cabaret Voltaire. Cabaret Voltaire was like ground zero for the movement. Hugo Ball is famous for this poem called Karawani, Karawani is a poem by name only because it was a series of invented syllables and made up language that he recited on stage. The costume that he was wearing prevented his movement, and he had to shuffle around the stage to the podium and sometimes needed to be carried off. Why is this important? Well, it's that whole thing about language. When you stop using language for the sole purpose of communication, then what is the benefit? Language then becomes performative. Again, it asks that question, is this even art? It became poignant enough that a man dressed in a cardboard costume murmuring sounds made it into an art style, along with a woman who made photo montage collage and a man that submitted a urinal to an art gallery under a fake name. These three artists were all breaking rules in their own ways. But what did these rules actually build?